people, in the future, we are gonna learn magic.
Magic?
Yes, magic.
I want to learn magic.
So we gotta teach some frogs some magic first. So we're gonna go to the end of time.
Yeah, welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal Dave's trip to Jupiter, where we have just learned that. My mouth was full of whatever. We have learned about Frog's backstory, and apparently we're gonna take him for a ride.
Gonna take you for a ride.
Oh no! Now you reminded me.
Oh.
As soon as I said that, I was like, I shouldn't say that, because I was like, oh, here comes Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
That song.
Apparently, like the best, like mechanically, the best fighting game of all of the Marvel vs. Capcom series that the pros love. Presentation-wise, the worst.
It definitely is the worst.
With awkward, weird dance music that doesn't fit the game, and with a lot of sprites recycled and resized to make them look very pixelated and ugly, and but yeah, apparently the mechanics were there.
And I forgot where the time portal is, like an idiot.
I thought it was in the forest.
I thought it was in the forest too, but I think it's on the mountain. It's on the mountain.
Truce Kit. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Truce Canyon.
I was thinking the one in the other. I was thinking the one in the future. Like a dork that I am.
Yeah, doing a Let's Play show has really kind of revealed some things to me. Where normally, like, if I play a game, I find that I often have like a kind of a steel trap memory about it, where I will memorize the maps, I will memorize the locations of things, and like be able to spatially talk about where everything is. But I find that now that I'm a passenger for the ride, I definitely tune some things out, and I forget about what we were doing.
It happens sometimes, but you gotta really.
Well, it's a difference, like because I learn by doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've never been that good at just like sitting there watching a lecture or something.
So, now,
magic. Just like blasted him.
Yeah. All right, now he knows magic.
Okay.
So yes.
So we got cross strike.
Yep.
Specchio is as beefy as ever.
Pretty much.
Miss!
Well, we got... So, let's get some napalm!
Super napalm!
Yep. And lightning. Real lightning. And water!
Right, so Frog didn't have any of that magic before, huh?
No. So...
Wasn't he considered water element still?
Yeah, he still is water element, so that's why, like, he knows how to get a water element. So, still.
Yeah. Yeah, Luca is going down soon.
Yeah. Let's get this going. And we win.
Ah, nice. Now you can restore yourselves.
So, you can actually fight him again and he'll be tougher, so this is like a consistent thing.
Specky, a special refresher set.
Yep, and we get 5 ethers.
Nice.
So, you know, that's just a consistent thing we do, and we get a tech out of it, so which is great.
Oh yeah. The more of those, the better.
But now I think about it, I'm actually going to take Marl up there, because I don't think I actually took her in there yet. So let's do a couple things.
Oh yeah, heal yourselves. Get moral.
And I'm going to switch with Luca here, because I can't get rid of Frog yet. Hold it. Yes. I'm going to make sure, otherwise I might be crazy. Oh, okay. So, I didn't give her water. So no wonder she was kind of falling behind a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he like divines their essence and then gives them power.
Yeah. So, lightning. And he also is meant to teach you some stuff, so... Water. Take it!
Take all the water.
Take all the water. Oh, and she gets ice. Do a slurp. Slurp. Frog, slurp yourself.
Man, how does one slurp oneself?
Well, you gotta get into the new trend that kids all like, which is slurm. Slurm.
Slurm. Slurm.
But yeah, I was wondering why Marl felt like she was falling behind a bit in text, but I didn't do this with her, which was dumb of me, but it happens.
Well, I mean, I can see why, because it's not, like, completely obvious that this is a guy you need to always do this with.
Yeah, it's true. And
oof, she's down.
Yeah, thankfully this is one of those ones that we can lose, but still I want to do my best here. Oh, and we do.
Yeah. I'm the master of war. I am Specchio, god of war!
Well, right now, Specchio, we are going to heal. And, Luca, let's see what text that we have access to now. So, yeah, so I needed to get that back.
Oh.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Heal
beam.
Yep. And so... Alright, we're gonna switch to Luca. Because reasons. Luca, yes. Give us your brain, Luca!
Yeah, big sexy brain.
And now we got that taken care of. So, after that, we got into the end of time. And we're gonna go back to, alright, we're gonna go back to, 600 AD again. For reasons. But we want to do that so that way Frog has a little more... But we want to make sure Frog could be at his best, because we need Frog to be at his best, you see. For he is the hero we don't deserve.
Frog, the hero of slime.
Yes. And we gotta fight the Imp Aces, of course. The greatest of all imps.
Yeah, we've definitely passed through here so many times I don't even know what to say about it.
At this point, it's just impossible. That's kind of an unfortunate thing that there's a little bit of this backtracking, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh no, I mean, it's like, it's fine for gameplay, but when you're doing like a Let's Play of it, you're just kind of like, we've been here.
We've been here before, have we? Yes, we have been here before. And then it's like, why? Why are we here again? So I believe it's east of Fiont. Okay, this is what I need to do. This is where we want. So this is the moment that everybody remembers for Frog.
Okay.
So we get flashback and more story.
Lore. He's surrounded by clones of himself.
It's little baby purple-haired clones of himself, you know? They have the
See
same...
the one green-haired child in the family of purple-haired children?
Yes.
That's awful.
Yeah, you see, his family's made of Decepticons, but he's a wrecker. And, you know, that's just sad. But we're also going for lore. It's Cyrus, run for your lives! Cyrus, you big red-haired Actually, I didn't notice that. He actually has the same hair color as Chrono.
Yes, he does have the same hair color.
Hair color.
Hair color.
I might be a little drunk.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
We must improve upon this.
Yes, but it hurts when I get hit. They like to say mean things like I'm a poopy
You're
head.
a marshmallow, Glenn.
You're a marshmallow, Glenn.
You're a big softy.
You're a big marshmallow. Oh, look, he has
No,
like
I'm
the...
not cut out for this war.
Oh, he has the dramatic anime wind, hair, and scarf combo.
There's no wind, yet my hair flows. That is how dramatic I am.
Hey, Glenn, I've been thinking about becoming a knight. I knew you were going to enlist. You'll make a great warrior.
No, wait, it's true, because Glenn's hair isn't blowing in the wind. Cyrus really does have just naturally flowing hair.
He's just not great.
That's how I tend to draw some characters, too, so I get it.
I don't think I make the cut. But why? You're better with a sword than I am. Yes, I'm better with your sword. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I'd really lose if I had to hurt somebody.
Poor Frog, I mean Glenn.
Poor Glenn.
We're gonna stare off at the god rays.
Glenn, no.
And that day when I became a frog, all of my violent tendencies were unleashed.
Yeah, apparently all you need to do to unleash your violent tendencies is become a frog.
I no longer empathized with mammals, as I was no longer one of their kind. Suddenly, I was able to let their blood flow.
So, this is also an important factor with him. So, if we get that item on Frog, it actually doubles his critical rate.
Ah.
The Hero's Medal.
Hero's Medal. The Metal Hero's Medal.
Yes, the Metal Heroes. He's a big bad Beetleborg. So,
Handeth over the Masamune, which is suspiciously not a Japanese weapon in this game. It's really more of an Excalibur, but whatever.
yeah.
Pulled the sword from the stone, damn it.
And Cyrus hopes and dreams, and now the Masamune. He will slay Magnus and restore honor! So, years later, the only good thing about the PlayStation games are the anime cutscenes. For one particular moment.
It's over 9,000! I have
the power!
I was gonna
Hold
say...
it.
He's a sword that cleaves mountains.
Yes. It looks way better in the anime version, but that's pretty awesome.
Hey, that looked cool. You know, I started making a Dragon Ball joke because the energy blast expanding reminded me of that, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, he's doing a He-Man thing.
Let's equip. Let's make sure Masamune. We're gonna do that.
Ooh, wait, so you have it?
Yep. Already did. It just comes with Frog.
Okay.
So I want to make sure we did. And now, we fight.
Man, first epic battle against bats and rats.
Of course.
Excuse me, vamping gremlin. Oh man. Of course, whenever I hear about Vamp, I just think of Metal Gear Solid. I think of one particular conversation, too.
Yeah?
Have you ever played Metal Gear Solid 2?
Yeah, I have.
Where did you get the codec conversation where Snake explains why Vamp is called Vamp?
No.
Because they're trying to explain Vamp, and Raiden's like, oh, he's called Vamp because he's like a vampire. And Snake's like, no, it's because he's bisexual. Because apparently that's a slang for a bisexual person.
Yeah, I can see that.
So yes, we why is that
know,
bat following us?
It actually while we're in this dungeon, this is how Magus actually keeps an eye on us.
You know, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, Magus is watching, isn't he?
And we're still sealed by
You
mysterious
know,
foes.
I'm gonna have to like rag on Sephiroth a little bit.
Yeah, go for
Because
it.
I don't think he's that great of a villain.
I think... Here's the thing. In my opinion, I think Sephiroth is great for one reason specifically.
Yeah.
And this might sound weird, but here's why I think he works. It's how the other characters react to him.
Okay, you know, I completely agree with that.
Because the thing with Sephiroth is that I don't think he's a great character by himself.
He's not.
No, he isn't. Like, Sephiroth is legitimately very stupidly one-dimensional. And, you know, and that's...
Well, he does that thing that really bothers me about character development, where they learn something new about themselves that causes them to kind of, like, lose their mind. And that doesn't make sense to me. Like if I was going about my daily business and, you know, let's make it like a realistic thing.
Yeah.
Like, what if, you know, after all these years, you know, my parents were like, oh, you were adopted. Something like that. And I'd be like, you know, well, okay, but I've lived this many years to this point being the way I am. Mm-hmm. Am I really going to, like, dramatically change my behavior and who I am just because of, you know, one factoid that has always been true, but has never affected me until now?
Well, that's kind of the thing with what I think works about Sephiroth on some level. And you might disagree on this one, but it contrasts Cloud, actually.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with Cloud is that...
Cloud's a big liar.
Well, yeah, he builds up an identity for himself. Like Sephiroth's own identity that gets destroyed.
Well, he's trying to be Zack.
To be fair with Sephiroth 2, they do say in the game that it took like a couple weeks of him going through shit and looking through it to go crazy.
Yeah, he had time to go crazy.
In all seriousness, but Sephiroth still works on how people respond to him, and the contrast with Cloud is ultimately what I think makes him work.
Yeah. There is a contrast where, like, Sephiroth was a legendary hero who then fell from grace, whereas Cloud lied about being a legendary hero and then became one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I like about the whole Sephiroth thing. At the very least, I know I will say I do like Sephi. I know some people have issues with Sephi, and I perfectly understand. I just think that what makes Sephiroth work is how people react to him. He kind of is like Dio in that way from JoJo's.
Oh yeah.
But I can honestly say that yes, he is definitely not the best villain, especially compared to Kefka.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had finished Final Fantasy VI just to be able to like really talk about that.
Yeah. But you know, it is what it is. Magus, at the very least here, is definitely interesting. He is built up.
Yeah, well, because like I know Final Fantasy IX has Kuja, who's got his own ultimately bizarre motivation, I suppose, but it's actually one that makes a lot of sense to me. Well, wait, have you played Final Fantasy IX?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know what his motivation
Yeah.
is. I was gonna say that some of this stuff is so big I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't been there, but.
Okay, so here's a
The
little
juggler
hint.
in Magus's castle strengthens his guard when attacked. Beware.
So, you know, that means we gotta beware.
So that is a battle tip from a dying man.
Yep.
We must trust it.
Yeah. You know, it's not like it's Dark Souls where it's just like some random douche on the internet telling us something.
Oh yeah, it's like, man, you always see this where there's all these blood stains by a cliff, and then there's a note that's like, says, try jumping.
You know, I just realized I should probably save out here first.
Oh, definitely. In fact, what on earth could possibly be inside of the castle, Space Cadets? We are going to find out next time on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
Well, it's definitely not Sephiroth.